I'm gonna wait for a few seconds there, Larry, because I didn't have an intro coming in tonight. We'll give everybody an opportunity. If you want to go ahead and share, uh, well, you probably are using your device there to actually. So we'll hold off on that.
Yeah,
I'm
no
waiting.
problem.
All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jack, and tonight on the Let's Talk Show, we're diving into an exciting event that's bringing wrestling action to Alexandria for a great cause. The United Wrestling Entertainment Wrestling for Warriors will benefit Wounded Warriors Project here in the Central Louisiana area, an incredible organization empowering veterans through programs, services, and advocacy. We're joined tonight by Larry, the voice behind the action, and the announcer who's going to set the tone for tonight.
Thanks for the invite, man. It's great to be here.
Now, we're glad to have you on with us tonight. Larry, for those of who haven't been to a United Wrestling and Entertainment event before, how would you describe the energy and the atmosphere, man?
So, the most important thing is to understand that we are family friendly. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we and we bring a good vibe everywhere we go. We're very supportive of the fans being supportive of us. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's high energy, man. High energy. I'm the first person you see when you get there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the last person you see when you leave. And when my music hits and I come from behind that curtain, it's like something you've never seen before, for sure.
That's I'm gonna go off a little bit on you right now. And what made you decide to go off into wrestling? I know you said you've been wrestling for a minute now, but what made you go the route of the announcing?
So yeah, well, it happened to fall in the way it did. Of course, being a fan as a kid, I've always like, man, I can't wait to be a wrestler one day. And I remember about 4 years ago, they had another organization. It was not a wrestling organization. It was actually a mixed martial arts organization.
Mm-hmm.
Came to a place here in Evalds Parish where I'm from,
Mm-hmm.
and MMA being very respected, but not my thing particular. I was there in support of one of the fighters that was there. And, opening of the show, here comes this guy in this flashy white suit. His name was Dynamite David Hardy. And, and I'm talking about, man, incredible,
Uh-huh.
incredible. I watched him that night do what he does 4 years ago, and I made a decision that night, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I was meant to do this.
All right, all right, all right, all right. This event supports the Wounded Warrior Project. What does that mean to you and the UWE teams to be able to give back to our nations? I understand y'all are always doing a lot of giving back, but just to come from, tell us what's all that about, the giving back portion.
Yeah, so this is not the first time we've done a benefit like this. We
Mm-hmm.
actually did Wrestling for Reeves. We did 1 and 2, which is the Reeves Across America, which is an
Mm-hmm.
organization that puts Reeves on veterans' graves during Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
The Warrior Project, of course, is a more well-known organization, and it's something that means a lot to us as a group, as an organization ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
These men and women, they go overseas and they give literally everything they can for our safety here in the greatest country in the world, and for us to do what we love, and some of us to do the only thing we know to do is to give back to these fearless people, is the best way we can, and it means a lot to all of us to be able to do that.
Okay. The lineup, when I was looking at the flyer, the lineup looks incredible with wrestling legend like James Beard and several champions in the ring. What matchups are you most excited about?
Well, UWE, you know, when UWE started, it started as a school, and our trainer The legendary Dapper Dan, multi-time world champion all around in Japan, America, everywhere. He's one of the greatest trainers, in my mind, one of the greatest trainers in the United States. When he started the UWE Training Academy, the guys that went through the training academy, they excelled. They go beyond what you would believe. So every match on the card, regardless of who versus who, is going to be insane. It's going to be over the top, way better than what you expect. But I can say, don't tell anybody I told you this now, Jack, but the legendary wrestler himself, Dapper Dan, will be in action August 16th.
On August the 16th, right here in Alexandria, huh? Yep. What can fans expect from the live experience at the Alexandria Convention Center? They won't, they won't get from just watching it on TV. What are they gonna get when they're in that room, man? And the lights are kind of dimmed and all that kind of good stuff.
Like I said, man, it's unmatchable energy. It's like something you've never seen before. And this being not a huge televised show, it's more understandable. We're more into it. The fans love it. The kids love it. I've never got a negative reaction from a live crowd. That's for sure.
No, well, I tell you what, as a little boy, just remembering back and going to the Coliseum to watch the different fights with my dad, I don't think I ever, ever had it was never a dull moment. That's all I can say. Yeah, and wrestling is all about the fans. How important is community support for events like this? And how can people show their love for both the wrestling and the cause all together? I mean, you kicked it off when you first started. You talked about it being a family or an event, but can you drive down into it a little deeper?
Yeah. So, United Wrestling Entertainment, man, we strive off being very family friendly. Only, and because when I was a kid, if the UWE would have been around, I would have definitely been way more focused on that. And that's the positive attitude we put into everybody that comes to our shows. As far as supporting us, the best way is to come to the shows, man. Whether we're doing it for a benefit or we're doing it just a regular high voltage show, it's that's the best way to support us. Of course, we have a website now. We have Facebook, Instagram, all that.
Mm-hmm. And the other cool thing about it is I learned that you guys are based right out of here, out of Central Louisiana.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're the only wrestling organization based out of right here, Central Louisiana, Rapides Parish to be exact. That's right. Our hometown. Yeah. Our hometown. That's right.
Yeah. For those who are new to wrestling and bringing their kids, is this an event the whole family can enjoy? And I know you talked about it before the show being 5 years old, but just kind of drive that home a little bit, that wrestling is that family friendly, wholesome kind of event.
Yeah, man. As soon as you said that, it reminded me of a story. We had a situation a couple years ago in Alexandria, actually, and I'm walking through before the show, and they had a dad holding his little boy's hand. His son was maybe 7, and the little boy, as I was walking through, he tapped me on my arm, and I told him, "Hey, buddy," and he's like, "Man, he's so cool," and I could see the dad not so interested. I guess he's never been to a show. And we were about 3 matches in, and I get in the ring to do my thing, and I look over, and the kid's like sitting on the chair, and the dad is up, cutting up. And before he didn't look too interested, but by the time we got to the third match, he was involved. He was fussing and fighting, and he was a win. And I'm like, man, that's what it's about.
Yeah. Can you share any behind the scenes insight or surprises we might see on Saturday?
Well, everything's a surprise, Jake. I mean, we bring the most high energy, high voltage, electric, professional wrestling in Louisiana, and in my mind, I think we have the greatest wrestlers in the United States. So, like I mentioned before, man, everything we do is a surprise for sure.
Okay, all right. And where can people get tickets? I know there'll be a link in the comments over here, but tell us a little bit about some of the first before we do that. Well, tell us where we can get the tickets from, right quick. So just in case someone is listening and they want to go get a ticket, they should be able to go purchase them online and all that kind of good stuff right now, right?
That's right. Yes, the UWE's website. You can purchase them there. You
Mm-hmm.
can get them from me. If you see me walking around, I'm not hard to find for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Online is the best way to get it, honestly. And you know, Saturday, the day of the event, you can walk up and buy tickets at the event as well.
Okay. All right. All right. And tell us what time and where it's going to be located on Saturday.
Yeah, so 2225 North MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, Alexandria Convention Center, beautiful ballroom place. Yeah, it's gorgeous. We wrestled there in December for or one of our last events was in December, Christmas Chaos. It was a
Mm-hmm.
great time, great place to be. Beautiful, beautiful place. Um, the doors open at 6. Our bell time's going to be at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I mean, be ready, man. Be ready for just the most electrifying night you've seen in professional wrestling history.
All right. Is there anything that we forgot to talk about that you want to mention to the community before we decide to get out of here?
Yeah, so one of the things me and you talked about before we went live was my love of professional wrestling so young, and I just want to let people know that whatever you want to accomplish in life, is not far. It's not far away. It's nothing that's out of your reach. For me as a young lightning bolt, I was, to be in the world of professional wrestling was a dream. And now look at me. I know Saturday night, you know where you can find me? Dead center of that ring, being Lightning Larry. And that's what I love to do. Along with every other guy that gets in that ring was a fan, was a kid who had a dream that they wanted to accomplish. And thanks to the United Wrestling Entertainment and the United Wrestling Entertainment Pro Wrestling Academy of Louisiana, that was possible.
All right. All right. Well, I tell you what, we definitely want to encourage everyone that's watching, folk that are going to watch this show a little later, to comment with your questions. We always encourage our guests to, make sure you pay attention to those comments. So just in case somebody have some questions, hit that like button, hit that share button, so more people can join the conversation. United Wrestling Entertainment Wrestling for Wounded Warriors is not just an event. It is an opportunity for our community to rally together and support those heroes. We want to thank our followers, Sadler's Towing, Long's Product, Legendary Kung Fu and Tai Chi, and the class of 2025 sponsors, Attorney Tiffany Sanders, Sadler's Towing, District Attorney Philip Terra. Your support make these programs like this possible. And now the United Wrestling Entertainment Organization is actually
Yes.
helping us to make that happen. So we want to also thank you guys as well. We will be seeing you guys on Saturday the 16th. We'll probably get in there and do a couple of lives ahead of time to come in, to kind of get a little excitement going. What time are y'all going to start the setup and everything? Because I would imagine y'all gonna get that kind of early to set that ring up and all that kind of good stuff.
We have a crew that goes and sets up the ring. We got to keep the guys separate. We can't put them all in the building at one time or they'll tear each other up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So maybe we'll get over there. Will that set up in the ballroom? Does that happen Friday or does it happen Saturday morning?
It would probably be Saturday, with the ring crew and whatnot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna reach out to y'all. Maybe we'll go out there and watch them put the ring together. Actually get a little head start and see what's going on. All right. Well, guys, if we are definitely looking forward to Saturday. If you could, Larry, hold it 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. It's gonna be a quick commercial that's gonna play. but we'll be right back. Y'all have a great evening.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.